Big you up. Lynn Menard, Pastor Lynn Menard.
My bad.
God is good. Amen. Correct. Big shout out to my sis, Rashida from NYU. Fabiola Besson. DJ Casey. District leader. Shout out to the noobs. I'm at my house in the And
Woo!
we already gave a big shout out to Councilmember Keith Powers and Councilmember-elect Rita Joseph.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for coming out. So Mike and I met at NYU. We were in the same grad program at Wagner, along with Rashida, who's somewhere around here. There she goes. Give Rashida a round of applause. She's always the life of the party.
She's a prayer warrior.
And a prayer warrior at the same time. So thank you, Rashida, for coming out. So I personally wanted to say, but Mike did it for me, thanks to some of the folks that was mentioned here. First, I want to thank Mark Appel. Thank you for your advice and your support. My main advisors, Mark Appel, Gerard Cadet, Hassan Bakardine, Dovey Zeitlin, Ella Frederick, and also Ella does videos, and she has the whole crew, Ray and Lee. Give them a round of applause. They went around this They're the new generation. I'm so excited to have them in the district. Pastor Lynn Menard, my prayer warrior, and also Apostle Chloe, who's not here, but I want to thank both of them. Reverend Al Cockfield, who is with me from day uno. And Ann Telegram, prayer warrior, my life coach. Actually, she keeps me saying, thank you for all you do. I appreciate you so much. I personally wanted to say thanks to all of you, especially District Leader Edu Hermelin, who was my campaign manager, but then had to transition to work for Eric Adams. Give him a round of applause. You are everywhere, like, everywhere.
Queens.
East New York, Cypress Hills, Crown Heights.
You name it, I was there.
Everywhere. So thank you for all you do. Thank you for supporting Eric. For all you did. So the reason why I wanted to do this Beyond Thank You event, and I know more people are going to come late CP time, I wanted to say thank you because I didn't get an opportunity to do this in 2019. I had to run in a special and then quickly run in a Democratic primary and then go on the council and then pass the budget and then prove to the community I was good enough for them, right? And that took a lot. And then the pandemic hit, and then I had to figure it all out. And they literally told us, figure it out. Because there was no roadmap. And pandemic passed, well, we're still here, but we're back and we're open. And then I had to run for the Democratic primary, and then I get into this huge car accident. And while I was in a car accident, I was telling my mom today I'm having this event, and she was like, what are you going to say? And I told her I would share with all of you, I was preparing to die. I was preparing to die when I noticed that I was going to get in a car accident. I never got in a car accident before in my life. And I knew, I was like, all right, let me prepare to die. I said, at least I left stuff for my sisters and my mom. They got my TV. Everybody's always claiming something, my sofa and all that. I can make fun of it because I'm here. So, right? And I was telling my mom I was preparing to die. And I was at the radio station. My mom was listening to me tell the disc jockey I was preparing to die. And my mom started to bawl. She was like, why would you say that? And I was like, I'm okay. Like, I was okay. I preferred to die than the 3 people that were standing at the bus stop. I preferred to have sacrificed myself than to know that there was a constituent who would have died. And I told her that. I know it sounds weird. It's very, very, very spiritual. Sorry, guys, I'm very spiritual. Maybe.
That's all right. That's all right.
But I prepared for it. And then I woke up. I was unconscious for some time, and I woke up. And that's when I realized what God wanted me to do.
Amen.
And all this time, I speak to Reverend Cockfield about it, and he was like, this is your purpose. Do what you have to do. It was at that moment when I woke up that God had a larger plan, and I had nothing to do with the plan. I'm just the vessel. So there's so many different people that are here. You've invested your funding into my campaign. You knocked on doors. Hassan came out and knocked on doors for me. Ella came out with her kids, put up posters for me, like in every capacity. Dubby held a fundraiser at his house for me. Like everybody and Greg was going around with me, making sure nobody tried to kill me in the district. To be there. Everybody in every way. And made sure I didn't fall into depression. This is very hard. I have to say thank you. And this is just a small token of me saying thank you to all of you for investing into me. And what you're investing into is not Farah Lewis. It's into God's plan for what we're going to do in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
What we're going to do in New York City. And to make sure that people actually stay in their homes, can open businesses, can continue to thrive in New York City. If you believe in me, you're going to believe in the plans that we have for the city of New York. So I'm just asking all of you to also pour that support into Rita Joseph, who's somewhere around here. She has to leave too.
Oh, it's right there.
So that same support, where's Rita? Come
Right there.
Rita.
Rita.
Support you pour into me. Please pour it into her.
Oh, yeah.
Around Brooklyn and around the city that are running for office. This is not easy, and I'm gonna let you play sport. This is not easy to stand here. It's not easy to run for office. I remember when Gerard was talking to me, we need the best person for the 40th district. We need to support the best person. And we were talking about this little piece of land that we wanted to be a community center forever and a day. And we were never able to get it accomplished because we didn't have someone who was forward thinking. So a developer bought the land. And now they're going to have a nice big piece of property. But we're going to change that. We're going to make sure if there's any other land available, it's invested back into the community, whether it's for a small business, community centers, affordable housing. We need to find investments for our community. So, again, I want to say thank you. And if I forgot anybody, please blame my head, not my heart. And remember, I still have a concussion. So, I'm still trying to get it together. But I did want to give an opportunity to Councilmember-elect Rita Joseph for her to share a little bit of her story, and just know that you see a powerhouse here, and you see somebody that invested in the community for 20 years. She's been working hard. She's an educator. She's a mom, and just know you have my full support. I'm here for you in any capacity. If I ever get on your nerves, just say Farah, you're getting on my nerves, and then we're gonna get back to the job, right? So, without further ado, Councilmember-elect Rita Joseph.
Yeah. Woo!
Everyone knows I hate public speaking. And they're like, you're in the wrong business.
Yep.
So I've been training, and you would think as a teacher, I just want to run up and talk. I just want action. When I knew the seat was going to be open, to go back 2007 when the seat was open, I wanted to run, and I wasn't ready. And somebody said, wait, you'll be ready. And I waited, 14 years. And here I am today.
Yeah. Woo!
And I'm ready to serve and lead on day one. And I've been doing it. The emails have not stopped coming. I've been answering trash calls. The pool is not working. Something's on my sidewalk. But that's part of the job, and that's what I do. So I'm honored to be representing District 40. But at the same time, I'm also a mom of 4. I became a caregiver of my mom, who in April, she had me late in life. My mom's already 86, and she had COVID. And taking care of her, and when they came to pick her up, this is when I was like, more than ever, I gotta win this race, at least for her. When they came to pick her up, they were like, well, say what you have to say now, because you may not see her again. So I'm like, wait, I'm not the only child. So I called Florida, FaceTime everybody. I'm like, talk to mom. You gotta talk to mom. But God, she went to Kings County, and I have a friend of mine, you probably know him, Rob Gore from Coffee, who does an amazing job with Cure Violence. He took care of my mom. And I called him and I said, my mom is coming to Kings County. And I remember my boys who were so in love with their grandmother followed the ambulance. And I remember Ricky calling me and he says, Grandma's coming home. I'm like, how you know Grandma's coming home? He said, as Grandma was being wheeled into the hospital, she turned around and looked at me. I started bawling. So to make the short, and while I'm running for office, I have these amazing students that I'm in love with. For 21 years I've been teaching. And they're like, you can't leave us. You're our ESL teacher. We haven't learned any new languages. Language acquired through socialization and talking. And they've been isolated because of COVID-19. I said I would stay on. So I stayed on. I was teaching campaigning, taking care of my mom, and making sure that I was present for this community. So the faith that you have in me today, that I can stand here and be the next council member for this district, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. And it's sisters like Farah, sorry. Rodney's is coming.
Yeah.
My sister Farah, from a long time, we've known each other forever. Our first fight was against Hot 97, against Cyber Sound. Yes, that was our first fight.
And that was my employer at the time, Hot 97.
Exactly. And we did a major protest, got all the press involved for making the derogatory statements about Haitian and AIDS. You know that? Yes, we were the people leading it, behind the scene, making sure that it doesn't happen again. So we've been fighting. I've been fighting since I was 19. I will continue to fight. Know that you have a friend and an ally in City Hall. And if they don't give me what I want when I get to City Hall, protest. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Woo! Yeah.